Hey everybody, welcome to the Muddy River Morning Show. I'm Ashley Conrad.
And I'm Brittany Bull.
And we have a great show for you today. Really, really excited.
Jam-packed, as
Yes,
always.
Always.
Okay, so today is November 7th, which is National Retinol Day and National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds Day. Very specific.
Yes.
But what they should call it is National A Girl's Best Friend Day. Am I right?
Hey. Yes.
I can't believe there's a national day for retinol, but there is.
I believe it.
Yeah.
It's booming.
And it's important.
It is important.
Our skincare is important.
I need to get mine more dialed in. But
Line up with Lux.
yeah, I know. I need to give them a call.
And another one of our great sponsors is who we start our Friday mornings off with every Friday, Crazy Cakes. Today they sent me with pumpkin spice lattes. Delicious. And this is a pumpkin spice muffin, I believe, and it has a cream cheese frosting icing.
So good.
I know that you accidentally stuck your finger in there.
I did. It's
and it
delicious.
Was probably the best accident ever.
It's delicious. And you got me a cupcake from there the other day for my birthday. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I ate it in bed like I promised I would because that's my favorite time to eat my snacks, and it was one of the best cupcakes I've ever had.
They really, truly are delicious.
Yeah.
Start your Fridays off with a coffee and a cupcake.
Absolutely. No better way.
All right, and so now we're going to kick off our top stories of this week. Hannibal voters sent out a loud and clear message at the polls: public safety matters. More than 70% of residents voted in favor of a new half-cent sales tax dedicated to the city's police and fire departments. The measure is expected to bring in over $2 million its first year, providing funds for much-needed equipment, personnel, and facility upgrades. City officials say the revenue will strictly support emergency services, not replacing existing funding, marking a major win for the men and women who keep Hannibal safe.
Also, the city of Hannibal is cracking down on loopholes big enough to park your car in. The city council is moving forward with an ordinance to clarify existing rules and stop folks from turning residential lots into unauthorized mini junkyards. City manager Andy Dorian says the goal isn't new regulation, but cleanup of damaged, unlicensed vehicles, boats, and campers that are piled up in yards. They're hidden behind fences and landscaping, but the practices clearly isn't up to code, and it's not prohibited. Under the proposed change, storing such vehicles would no longer simply be a matter of concealing them. They'd be banned unless parked on approved surfaces such as asphalt.
In Quincy news, local travel agent Becky Cozen says Contour's Air Flight's first flight from Quincy to Chicago was great, a nice clean plane. And the short 40-minute trip was impressive, but she's keeping her guard up, saying they have to prove to us we can trust them. We've been hurt here in Quincy so many times by airlines who come in with all guns a-blazing, then dropped us. Mayor Linda Moore also weighed in on Minutes with the Mayor, emphasizing just how crucial Quincy Regional Airport is for some of the area's leading businesses, the ones that rely on dependable air service to keep our community connected, competitive, and moving forward.
Also in Quincy, the Quincy School Board has approved Lanny McGuire as interim superintendent of Quincy Public Schools beginning January 26th at $909 per day, capped at $80,000 for the contract period. McGuire, who previously served as superintendent for the Moline Coal Valley School District, will take over for Cal Lee, who stepped in earlier this school year. Meanwhile, the district continues to face growing questions about the paid administrative leave of two teachers at Denman Elementary, now nearly 3 months into the school year, with no real update from the district on where that situation stands.
A teenager accused of firing shots outside a Quincy bar on August 16th has been excused from a recent court appearance because he's currently receiving unspecified treatment. The suspect, 18-year-old Jorge Aguilar, who turns 19 on November 15th, pleaded not guilty to 6 charges, including 4 felonies and 2 misdemeanors, with aggravated unlawful possession of a firearm among the most serious, carrying a mandatory 1 to 3 year sentence. Meanwhile, his attorney says he remains on furlough, not in jail, while the case stays open the December jury trial docket, and negotiations remain open between his defense and the state prosecutors.
And now it's time for a commercial break, of course driven by Hess Auto Agency.
Since 1985, Hess Auto Agency has been your trusted source for pre-owned vehicles in the tri-state area. Families have experienced the Hess difference for generations and know they'll get the best vehicle buying experience in our region. With an ever-changing inventory, you'll find the right car at the right price. So when you want the best, don't guess. Choose Hess. Hess Auto Agency, 1124 North 24th in Quincy.
In the tri-state area, local businesses aren't just a place to shop. They are engraved into our community. Muddy River Engraving knows, lives, and models this business mentality.
Look how cute!
From getting gear for your team
Those turned out nice. Thank you.
to a custom gift for friends or family, Muddy River Engraving will take your idea or story and bring it to life with his products. From 1 to 1,000 items, Muddy River Engraving can handle any project for you. Muddy River Engraving, engraved into your community.
The saying goes, the more things change, the more they stay the same. That is not the way it is with diabetes. Hello, I am Dawn Crabtree, a nurse and certified diabetes education specialist with the Blessing Diabetes Center. Over the past 20 years, the number of adults with diabetes has more than doubled. That's 38 million people. But 1 in 5 of them don't know they have diabetes, a disease that can take their life. Diabetes stops your body from processing blood sugar properly, leading to serious problems over time, including heart and kidney disease, vision loss, blood circulation issues, and amputation. Anyone can develop diabetes. Some people are born with it. But the good news is most of the rest of us can reduce our risk by eating right, exercising, maintaining a healthy weight, seeing a healthcare provider regularly, and being tested for diabetes. November is Diabetes Awareness Month. Let's celebrate by reversing the diabetes trend.
Women are exceptional. In the workplace, in the home, in the community, we fill so many roles vital not only to our success, but also the success of those around us. We deserve health care that is as exceptional as we are. Blessing Health meets the varied needs of every woman, from OBGYN care and breast health to pediatrics for those of us who have little ones in our life. Blessing Health, with you every step of the way.
Oh, hey, I heard our friend Alex stop by with the rink.
Yes, she did, and I had the opportunity to talk to her. It's their 3rd year this year.
Going
and
strong.
It is, and it's just getting bigger and better than ever. Check it out. Welcome, everybody. I'm here with Alex Giesler. She is the Action Brown County Executive Director. Thank you for joining me today, Alex.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So we are talking about a big announcement, it's one of my favorite things every winter Wonderland year. Big opening day for
The rink at Uptown Mount Sterling.
Nice.
So it will be here soon, very soon. So November 28th. Yeah.
Okay, so what year are we on?
This is the 3rd year.
So just getting bigger and better as the years go on.
Yeah, they keep changing things on me. As soon as I, figure it out, then now we're changing locations. But I think it'll be a good thing. We're just a hop, skip, and a jump over the road, so you'll still be able to find us.
So new location, even if they show up at the old one, they're going to be able to see you.
Yeah, it's literally across a one-way street. So we're right behind the courthouse, so it won't be hard to find us.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Any new highlights this year?
Yeah, well, I think the environment itself will be really cool because we're going to be in a park with trees versus just a concrete parking lot. And so I think that will lend itself to be a lot more warm. We're going to have all the trees professionally wrapped in Christmas lights. So I think it'll just be a lot more warm environment and even more festive. So everything will take place on the park ground. So we won't be in the Legion at all this year. So
Okay.
you'll be able to come and do a one-stop shop, get your skates, get your concessions, everything on the park. And then we'll have our old standby favorites. We'll have fire pits and lots of photo ops as well.
And for those of you that don't know what the rink is,
Yeah.
what is it?
It's ice skating in a Hallmark movie-esque environment. So we try to make it as Hallmark movie-ish as possible. So Christmas music, Edison lights, all the photo ops, hot chocolate, all the things that you would think of when you were watching a Hallmark movie. So
That's exactly what I actually think. And it
Yeah.
seems like, so picturesque too. I'm
Yes,
sure lots of
absolutely.
people take their Christmas card photos
Oh,
out
yeah.
there.
Yeah, lots of Instagram moments. So we're always thinking about that when we're designing things. So we'll have a couple different new photo ops this year, which I think are going to be really cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ice skating rink itself, how long does that take to construct?
It depends on if they send a tech to help us. So last year we tried to do it on our own. It's actually an international company, and the directions weren't even in English, so we struggled. So then we ended up waiting for the rep. But normally about 2 to 3 days. So the setup itself doesn't take long, about a day if you have a full crew. But then we have to establish the ice, and so that's just watering it. It's a chiller system, and so as long as it's 65 degrees or below outside, we can keep the ice frozen. So
That's awesome.
yeah, we tested it the first year. It was a very mild winter, but we were able to keep it open for everything.
That
But
sounds so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said skate rentals are right there.
Yep.
What are some of the activities that you offer in the ice skating rink? I noticed some things on your website.
Yeah, so this year we're offering ice skating lessons, which I think is really cool. We have an instructor. She's actually not from around here, but moved to the area. She's a professional figure skater.
Wow.
Yeah, so she probably can do like a triple axel and all the things. I cannot, but she is going to be doing ice skating lessons, both individual or group. And so all that information's on our social media. You can contact her for that. And so I think that people will really enjoy that. And then we also have private rentals. So if someone wants to have a birthday party, a holiday celebration, work party, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we have reserved for private rentals. So you get the rink all to yourself.
Cool.
Yeah.
I also saw, or did I see, that you have some free skate nights?
Yes, so we have an amazingly generous community, and so quite a few of our businesses and organizations and even individuals will sponsor free skate nights, and so they will pay us, and then the first 20 people are for free, or we also have concessions ones, so the first 100 popcorns or the first 100 hot chocolates are free. So we post those on our social media each week. We'll keep adding them as the season goes on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We obviously always say we like to see local helping
Yes,
local, and this is
yes.
a great example of it.
Yes, the rink is an all hands on deck
And then
endeavor.
speaking of which, are you still looking for volunteers?
Always, always, yeah. We have close to 300 volunteer shifts to fill every year, so we could not do that without our volunteers. So that's anything from taking admission, doing skate rentals, or doing concessions. It all is inside in heat. So I want to make
Yeah,
sure people
stress
know
that,
that.
yeah.
You don't have to be outside, so you can come in, and it's nice because you can get a pretty good chunk of volunteer time in at one time. So our shifts are like 2 to 3 hours. So especially for high school students looking for volunteer time, it's a nice opportunity for them to come and chunk out a bunch of volunteer time at once.
Where would one sign up for volunteering?
Yeah, everything about the rink is at browncountyil.org/the-rink, including the volunteer link.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have another big announcement because, okay, so the season's November 28th
Yes.
through January
11th.
Okay.
Yep. So we go through the new year. Hopefully we can still get those kiddos that they're over Christmas, but they're still
Yeah.
out of school. Got to get the energy out so you can come skate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then a big day in between there is Friday, December 5th. What is that?
It's our big winter festival. So we draw in people from all over the area. It's our big kickoff to holiday shopping in our uptown district. So we'll kick it off with a lighted parade at 5 p.m. Santa comes in on the fire truck. He lights our massive 24-foot tree in front of the courthouse. Again, very
cool.
Hallmark-esque. And then we have trolley rides. We have horse and carriage rides this year. We'll have living windows. We have all kinds of things. And then obviously you can kick off your holiday shopping at all of our uptown shops.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's a really fun night.
It sounds Hallmarky.
Yeah.
Do you like Hallmark movies?
I do, and I wish I didn't. They're a little bit cringe, but it's like a train wreck. You just can't not watch. Like, I watched one the other day already. Like, I kicked it off.
My grandma watches them year round, but I'm getting ready to have to put one
Yeah,
on.
I like nodded off in the middle of it, and I was like, I don't even really need to rewind because I know exactly what's gonna happen.
Yes, they are great. But like you said, picture perfect trip, and it's not too far away for the Quincyans or
not at all.
people from Hannibal.
Yeah, we had people from 12 different states come in from last year. So,
Really?
Yeah, we had about 5,000 skaters and over 10,000 spectators. So
So it is a sight to see to travel for.
It is, and it's fairly inexpensive. So 12 and under is $5. Anything 12 and up or 13 and up is $10. But that's an all-day pass. So you could come on a Saturday at 11, skate, go get lunch, do some shopping, come back, and that pass would still be good. So we want to keep it super affordable for people.
Sounds like a trip.
Yeah, it is. It's
Well,
really fun.
Thank you so much for being here, Alex.
thanks for having me.
I'm going to make the plans to
You
make
should,
that
and we
trip.
have all kinds of skate assists. You don't have to be a professional by any means.
She already knows my skating abilities, so
It's fine. I'm not allowed on the ice. My husband won't allow me.
basically I'm not allowed on the ice either, but maybe we'll try it this year.
Yeah, it's really fun. And yeah, I love my favorite video to make each year is I take videos of people falling throughout the year, mainly kids because they just don't care.
I'm
and
sure
I
I'll
make
be
a
on there.
compilation at the end. It's the best.
All right, well, Starring Brittany, huh? Well, thank you again, Alex, for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
If you're 55 or older and ready for quality, independent living, Good Samaritan Home of Quincy is your first choice. We're constructing new duplexes and single-unit cottages ready for you. Prepay your lease now and customize your future cottage. Say goodbye to the hassles of yard work, snow removal, and home maintenance, and say hello to stress-free, independent living. There is limited availability, so call Good Samaritan Home today at 223-8717 or see for yourself at gshq.org.
And welcome back. Of course, lots of shows happening this week. Brittany, you want to give us the scoop?
Sure. On Frankie Say this week, Luka Radovic is the blueprint for success. Hailing from Serbia, his parents are Susanna and Ilya from Tiramisu. Luka began in the restaurant industry at age 8 and now works for the nation's biggest medical device company.
On this week's Minutes with the Mayor, brought to you by Mercantile Bank of Quincy, Mayor Linda Moore and I sat down. She shared firsthand experience aboard Quincy's inaugural Contour Air flight, describing what the new service means for travelers and for businesses that rely on our airport to stay connected. She also emphasized the importance of community service and ended with some good news. A local effort involving those famous holiday fruitcakes that are spreading a little cheer across Quincy.
Later today on Club Muddy, Captain Randy takes the helm for our Muddy Buddy Roundup, steering the ship with his usual charm and chaos. Then we're joined by the incomparable Jill Hooper. Yes, Ashley's mom. Jill is a powerhouse, and it's easy to see where Ashley gets her fire. She opens up about her journey through life's toughest storms and how she's now using those experiences to guide others through their own. Strength, heart, and honesty. This is one conversation you don't want to miss.
And Bob and I were your hosts for this week's Picks, Parlays, and Pints, brought to you by Utopia. I surprised Bob with a little bit of my knowledge, so make sure you tune into that.
On the business spotlight this week, Kenyatta McFall from Epiphany Creative Design joins Ron Kintriff to give the details on her local business. Self-taught, self-made, and was even able to handle a Ron 411. Check it out.
And it's National Diabetes Awareness Month. Deb Durhake and Laura Weedholder from Blessing Diabetes Center stopped by the Daily Muddy to chat with me a little bit about health and awareness. And then Christy Taylor from Hannibal Regional Hospital stops by to talk a little bit more about their diabetes health fair. On Wednesday's Daily Muddy, Kenyatta McFall from the Quincy Area Chamber comes to the studio to talk to me about the upcoming Empowering Women Awards Luncheon. And Carrie Vogel and Kelsey Lord joined the roundtable to tell us about the upcoming 2005 class reunion. Britt, I think you may be excited for that one as well. And on Thursday, Maria Poindexter from the Hannibal American Legion, she stopped by to let us know about the upcoming Veterans Ball and Turkey Dinner. And then, of course, DOB from the BBB brings us all the knowledge about holiday scams luring on your feed, on your scrolls. You can watch all the Daily Muddies on Muddy River TV.
If you missed Muddy River Gyms this week on Monday, you can still catch it on Muddy River TV. On this episode, Mark McDonald and Randy Phillips take you on a tour of the Urser Farmers Co-op. The Urser Farmers Cooperative is one of the agricultural leaders in our area. They provide information, products, and service that help sustain crop, livestock, and seed production. It's a wealth of information when Mark and Randy hit the road. You can also still catch the episode on Muddy River TV where Randy and Bob feature the inaugural Contour Air flight to Chicago. They take you on an adventure and give you the ins and outs of what the new air service has to offer.
And now it's time for
Sports!
Brought to you by Neiman's, featuring Chris Dewar and Matt Shuckman.
Well, happy Friday morning, Muddy Buddies. Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Shuckman, Muddy River Sports Director Chris Dewar. We don't have the highlight wrangler. It's been sideswiped and taken away from you for a couple days.
Absconded. We don't have to look at ourselves.
Thank goodness. As you guys know, we've had coverage of the last few days of the Hannibal volleyball team at the state Final Four in St. Joseph, Missouri. Our guy Shane Holsey jumped in the highlight wrangler and headed to the other side of Missouri Appreciate him and all his hard work getting all this coverage of Hannibal volleyball.
What a neat moment of inflection all the way across the board from start to finish for Hannibal. Great stuff, and hopefully not the last state championship we are going to be talking about at the end of this weekend, or state championship run anyway.
Yes. So I think we got some teams, especially as we head into this weekend, we got some teams that are still alive on both the Illinois and Missouri side in the football playoffs. Obviously, it's set up a little different. We're down to 3 teams in Illinois that are still alive. 2 of them go head-to-head Saturday. Are you going to be in Camp Point on Saturday?
Are you going to be in Camp Point on Saturday?
The truck will be in Camp Point on Saturday, and I think I'll be sitting on the tailgate.
And I think the Highlight Wrangler will be there as well, provided it comes back from St. Joseph in one piece.
And it will. We trust him. We trust him. We know. We wouldn't have sent him in it if we didn't trust him.
Exactly.
So, no. But Brown County coming to Camp Point Central, rematch of Week 6. It's going to be a barn burner.
You don't get many of these chances for a do-over in life, and I know Brown County is relishing that. I think Brown County silenced a lot of doubt last week with the way they dispatched with Athens.
Without a doubt.
So, I mean, they're playing pretty good football right now, and all of the, I had concerns that Brown County was pretty beat up after Calhoun. Apparently not nearly enough.
I went to practice this week at Brown County, and they reminded me that Chris Dewar was wrong.
Well, I'm sure they did, as they often do. I like to throw out a little grenade in the room every so often and see what happens.
It worked.
I was wrong, and they were good. Yes, good for you, Hornets. Let's see what you got on Saturday.
Coming up on Saturday as well, Macomb's at home taking on Geneseo. Really tough second-round matchup for the Bombers.
2 really good defensive teams.
Yes.
I mean, and here's the thing. I mean, I think everybody wants to pick apart what isn't, great about Macomb, and we forget sometimes that defense is just good enough to win you games.
It really is, and we know we saw what Geneseo did at Quincy High School, so we expect a great game there. We'll have complete coverage of that as well. On Friday night, we got Missouri District semifinals, and we talked about rematches. We got another big one on Friday night, the rematch of the Mayor's Cup, as Monroe City plays host to Palmyra at Langford Field in a district semifinal.
I mean, that's a huge game, obviously, for both those teams, and I think both those teams have something to prove coming off that game. I know the Monroe City folks were not happy that Palmyra crawled back into that game.
You're right.
And I having talked to some people there, they have some things that they think they discovered about themselves that maybe it was good for them to get a little punched in the mouth by Palmyra at that point that they have since remedied. So it's going to be incumbent on Palmyra to come up with some new wrinkles to try to throw, because I think some of the things that worked the first time around that defense may not work to the same degree this time.
And then just down the road at Hannibal at Porter Stadium, the Pirates will be at home in their district opener. It's in the semifinals. They had a week 1 district bye because of the top seed. And we're anxious to see what happens with Hannibal coming back off that week 9 loss.
Big stub of the toe there that I don't think anybody expected against the Zumwalt West team that wasn't super impressive. It was decent, not super impressive. And I've talked to some people and heard some things, and, it was just one of those nights where nothing seemed to go right. You have those when you're dealing with 16 and 17 and 18-year-old kids.
We're in our 50s and we have those.
We have those pretty frequently, actually.
Yes.
So
again,
we'll see what transpires.
Yes. So we got a lot going on. As we record this, we don't know what has happened with the Thursday night volleyball, if Quincy Notre Dame is still going to be alive. So we'll have coverage of that next week. They will play in the Super Sectional on Monday if they won on Thursday night.
We've got eyes on state cross country in 2 states as well, if anything transpires there. Monroe City girls have some momentum going into Gans Creek.
They won a district championship. They've got a shot in Columbia. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. And we got college basketball next week. We have college basketball this weekend, and then openers next week. It
could very quickly devolve into all basketball, or it could be football for a while. We don't know. That's half the fun.
But we will know come Monday more about it. So make sure you guys have a great weekend. We're going to be out and about trying to get all the highlights and updates and pictures and everything. So make sure you check out muddyriversports.com. And we'll see you back here next week. Sound good?
Nice Jimmy Buffett reference come Monday.
Thank you. I like
Nicely done.
Have a great weekend. Perfect.
Neiman's, your neighborhood market.
And welcome back. And while there's weather outside, naturally, today, Muddy River News has no weather, but that's not going to stop us from talking about what's coming up this week, right?
Yeah, there is a lot coming up this week. Tonight, QPS transforms the Oakley Lindsay Center into a night to dream big. It's their big fundraiser that they have been planning all year long. While you cannot get tickets at the door, you can still participate in the online auction. There's a lot of great stuff on there and something for everyone. I have my eye on a sweatshirt that I'm sure I will end up paying an arm and a leg for, but it's all for a good cause.
Also tonight, the Rathskeller, located at 931 York Street, will be hosting their first Friday live series. Blake Gardner will be performing from 8 to 10. Go grab a classic cocktail and listen to some tunes.
The district is hosting their annual Chris Kendall Market, this time at a new location. The Armory will be the spot to visit the vendors all weekend. Tonight is their special preview party with live entertainment and a cash bar. There is a $10 admission, and that is from 5 to 8 p.m. Then on Saturday, the market will be open from 10 to 4. Admission for adults and children over 12 is $3. There will be live entertainment, food from Platt Daddy, and our friends from EFB will be on site. And Sunday wraps up the market from 11 to 3. This is a fun, festive way to kick off your holiday season, all while supporting local vendors in the community.
And the Quincy Veterans Day Parade is Saturday, November 8th, starting at 10 a.m. at 12th and Main in downtown Quincy, marching all the way to 5th and Main. Vietnam veteran in the parade committee chair, Jim Miller, said it's an honor to still be able to serve his country in this way and remind people of the sacrifice of those who wear the uniform, many of whom didn't make it home. And Hannibal's Veterans Day Parade is also set for Saturday, November 8th. It's the usual 10 a.m. start time, but a new location, 8th and Broadway. Here's your chance to hear the Hannibal Marching Band and support local veterans.
Tomorrow evening, Michelle Kreider will be performing for the Quincy Civic Music Association at the First Union Congressional Church at 7:30 p.m. If you don't get a chance to see her performance at the Dream Big fundraiser, this is your opportunity. Born and raised in Quincy, Illinois, Michelle Kreider is one of today's prominent dramatic sopranos of her generation, with more than 3 decades on the world's leading opera stages. A single admission ticket is $25, and you can find those still available under the See Quincy calendar.
And Liz Bentley will be performing at Wine Gal Meets Whiskey Guy on Saturday, November 8th from 7:30 to 10:30. Come enjoy songs from Liz and a $13 bucket of beer specials. Our friend from Queued Up recently featured Liz in the latest episode. You can check that out on the Queued Up Facebook page. That was filmed in the Mark Twain Caves. Pretty cool.
It's been a pretty cool show here with you.
It's been great. I always love sitting in. Thank you for allowing me to take the chair and be your partner in crime on the Muddy River Mornings. I always love it.
Well, thank you for getting through my script.
I love it. You do a great job. I hope everybody enjoys it. She puts a lot of work into this, and all of the shows that happen here at Muddy River News are a labor of love so that we can bring you all things happening in Quincy and beyond. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great weekend.
Bye.